Hi everybody, this is Courtney and welcome to Bling My World. So I decided to do another voiceover type of video just because this seems to be the easiest way to do things. So I am working on my Sleeping Beauty whip here. I'm actually very nearly done with it. I have a teeny tiny spot now that's left, and then I'll be able to work on other paintings that I have started and kind of put to the side for a while. So I wanted to tell you guys a paranormal story that it's kind of freaky. And this happened to me years ago. I went on a road trip with my Aunt Dawn to North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. And when we were in North Carolina, we were visiting her oldest daughter, Amy. And then we went south to Clearwater, Florida, stopping in Georgia for a little bit. But when we got to Florida, we were visiting her friend, Terry. And I've known Terry all my life. She's fantastic. And her girlfriend, Mel, is just as fantastic. So anyway, we decided to stay with them because it would save us on hotel costs. And Terry decides to wait until it's bedtime to let us know that her house is haunted. Uh, and I was immediately freaked, I'll be completely honest. And Aunt Dawn's like, oh, Courtney, just go to sleep. It'll be fine. Nothing will happen. I think she's more of a skeptic. So we go to bed. She's on the air mattress in the living room. I'm on the living room couch. And I'm trying to force myself to not think about the haunted house, the entities that could be there. I'm trying to force myself to just calm down and go to sleep, and eventually I do. Sometime in the middle of the night, I wasn't sleeping very peacefully, let me just put it to you that way. I was waking up pretty much every hour on the hour because I felt weird. I felt like I was being watched, and so I started texting my boyfriend, and, I started hearing things. And now my back was to the room. I was facing the back of the couch. I didn't want to risk seeing something. I don't know. I just was so freaked out. I started hearing things, moving around, tapping noises, just strange noises. And eventually I hear the cupboards in the kitchen opening and closing a couple of times. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, it's probably either Terry or Mel. They're hungry or they're thirsty or whatever. Just don't look. Just whatever you do, Courtney, don't turn over and look. But I did so anyway. So I sit up on the couch. I turn around to look into the kitchen because it's mostly an open floor plan at their house. And the cupboards are literally, and I kid you not, opening and closing repeatedly on their own. And I was so freaked. So as I'm sitting, I'm like literally frozen in place. I almost just couldn't even react. And eventually it stopped. So I'm like, okay, that was weird. So this continued throughout the night. And eventually I did wake up my Aunt Dawn and I'm like, hey, something is going on. The cupboards are opening and closing. And she's like, oh my gosh, just go to sleep. Leave me alone and just go to sleep. And, I couldn't sleep. And we stayed with them for a week. Things progressed to a point where my hair was getting played with. I would wake up to, my arm being touched, or I would go to the bathroom and I don't know, I would just feel like I was being watched just constantly. And it was the freakiest thing. So I asked Terry about it and I'm like, I would book it out of a house that was haunted. If I found out, I'd sell it as quickly as I could and get the hell out. And Terry was like, well, it's not a malicious being or presence, whatever it is. So we just kind of roll with the punches, just kind of live harmoniously, so to speak. And I said, well, this thing, whatever it is playing with my hair in the middle of the night. It's touching, my arm. And that's when she told me the history of the house, that a woman had lost her child. I think it was through sickness or something. And she was so distraught that she killed herself in the home. And she thinks that it's that woman being motherly. Though at the time I was 24? I was 23 or 24 years old. And Terry said that, sometimes she attaches herself to younger people that are in the house. She almost babies them in a way, and she likes to, open and close the cupboards, and you'll hear her walking around, and it's just, I'll tell you what, guys, it was the most disconcerting thing. And we stayed with them for a week. I had never felt more sleep deprived. It was horrible. I just couldn't get myself to chill out about it. And to this day, it kind of gives me goosebumps thinking about it. And for whatever reason, I've always been kind of sensitive to that type of thing. I don't know. I can walk into a place and just feel that there's something there. It's really strange. I don't know how else to explain it. My friend Dana is the same way, and we always say that it's a Pisces thing. We were both born in March, about 6 days apart, actually. And, we always say it's a Pisces thing, that, we're overly sensitive to the paranormal. But I truly think that I am, and I have plenty of stories that I could tell you guys. I was actually thinking about starting a series on here of me just sitting down and, doing some story times as far as the paranormal stuff is concerned. Because I worked in a nursing home where there were some things going on that weren't good. We're talking bad, like bad entities in that building. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. I think storytime videos are a lot of fun. But I don't want that to be the main core of my channel. I want to do a lot of different things on here. I do plan on showing you guys some of my really old vintage jewelry. And I'll put everything into playlists so that you guys can kind of sift through my videos a little bit better. I mean, I don't have many videos up, but I want to start early, getting into a habit of putting my videos into playlists so that you guys can find them easier, or labeling them very specifically. So if you guys are more into the diamond painting, or if you're more into story times, or what have you, my channel is going to be a hodgepodge of a lot of different things. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this paranormal story. It's just freaky, and anytime you come in contact with the paranormal, it's very disconcerting, and it'll throw you off. Believe me. I would like to stay at the Mansfield Reformatory. It's a jail in Mansfield, Ohio. I'd like to go and visit. I don't know. I might be too chicken to stay overnight. I'm thinking about maybe taking my boyfriend with me. I think if he went, I'd be okay, but that place is supposedly badly, badly haunted by some very bad, bad entities, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe this Halloween or something. I don't know. Getting ahead of myself. So, yeah, do you guys have any paranormal stories? I would love to hear about them. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know your scary stories. I'd love to hear them. And this reminds me of a YouTuber, Haley Reese. If you guys are into paranormal story times, her channel's fantastic for that. I've been watching her for the longest time, and she's just fantastic about the way that she tells her stories, and it's just, I love it. I really enjoy it. So if you guys can, check her out. She's fantastic. Maybe let me know what other kind of videos you guys would like to see. I am open. I'm open, I'm flexible, I'm willing to, put content out there that you guys truly want to see. Yeah. So this painting has been kind of rough ever since I started with it. I think I've mentioned it before that it just looked so blurry and weird and no detail to it, and I was really upset with it. But now that I'm almost done with it, it really does look fantastic. And I'm going to do a video of my completed diamond paintings so that you guys can see what they look like. And you guys will see this one. You'll be surprised. From a normal distance, it looks great. So anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon. See ya!